Here we go. We've got, okay, this question is pretty cool. I'm always interested in hearing about new shows and new series. So, what is your all-time favorite series? And I know that there's series that are like years long. What's one that you would actually watch again, or maybe watch a couple episodes again? So, what's like your ultimate series? If somebody were to say, I'm going on a long plane ride or a long trip, I need to watch something while I'm there, I can only watch one series, what would you recommend?
Well, I don't. Me?
Go ahead. Yep.
I would say Vampire Diaries.
I watch Vampire Diaries. I love Vampire Diaries. Okay.
Look, he's like, of course you will.
I try to put him on Vampire Diaries. He's like, no, no, I don't
you,
like it.
yeah, you know something? I'm gonna tell you. You should start watching it. The first time that you start seeing things, it's like kind of whatever. But once you get into it, like deeply, like I would say like kind of halfway series. That's when you like it starts like intriguing you and like what's gonna happen next, and you know what I mean? Because when
When
what's his name?
Legacies mixes in there, then it gets really good.
But then Legacies became crap like halfway.
It picked up. The last thing was whack. Whatever what
Yeah, it was like
the one with the girl. Oh no, no, no. Legacies is whack. I'm thinking of the other one.
you talking about the originals.
The originals. That was the shit.
Yes, that one. Because Legacies, I felt like I was watching freaking Power Rangers all over
Yeah.
again.
Legacies got stupid. It was the same shit. New monster, kill him. New monster, kill him.
Yeah,
I forced my way to see it just so that I
I
know the last
couldn't.
episode the dude was gonna come back for something. So
We were hopeful that what was the name? The
Klaus.
Klaus. I think when he actually integrates in the series of Vampire Diaries is when everything like gets intriguing because it's
It
like
changed.
that
Yeah.
masculine side,
Mhm.
but always has a vulnerable person or thing that, captures him and makes him like, very different. But yeah.
It changed. Yeah, I noticed when like what's his name or what's her name? Rebecca was in the series.
Yes.
Um what's that guy's name? The one that was in the French Quarter, the black guy? Marcus?
Mm-hmm. Marcus.
Yeah, so when he started showing up and then the brothers, Elijah and all them
Yeah.
and yeah, that
Elijah
was
is
getting
the,
good.
the classy one. I'll kill you in pieces, but I'm gonna give you a chance.
Klaus was like, I'm drunk on power and I'm gonna kill you because you can't do shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, it's a good series. You gotta watch it. Don't
Yeah, I'm gonna
worry
take.
about legacies. Well, Vampire Diaries into uh,
Originals.
originals. The originals is dope. I'm telling you.
It's really nice. It's really good.
Have you watched True Blood?
Me, no.
No? You gotta watch True Blood. True Blood is what the originals wish they could do on TV, but they can't.
I'm sorry, all these vampire shows.
Oh, it's dope. It's
It's
dope.
just okay. So it is a vampire show.
Mm.
Well, vampire, wolf, witches
Yeah.
show because there's a mixture of every kind of angle.
Bro, it's
But
your
at the
shit. You want to go to Louisiana. This is right there at the
yes,
French border.
and honestly, like I think you should watch it because it's more of a daily living type of thing. It's like a day to day life that you see, and as you see the series, like vampires, they represent a certain type of people. Witches represent another. Like the witches in that quarter is like we're gonna defend ours and everything, but with land. Versus vampires is more of that ego side of humanity. And then you have the wolf side of we are together. So you know what I mean? They all have like their own identity. And there's only one of the crew that actually has a link with the other side.
How many seasons are y'all? How many seasons is it on this
Let me
show?
tell you, I had black all over until I finished. Because yeah.
It is a lot of seasons, but if you stick with the first two groups, like Vampire Diaries and Legacies, it's worth it because the story adds on and they do callbacks and they don't just bring people back like soap operas. Well, I thought he was dead and they just brought him in to bring him back. No, everything makes sense.
Yep.
And
And
then, yeah,
there's a specific tree that you could
what's
get a
right?
steak from, but in reality, if you compare it to like truly living, it's like you saying you need a piece of Hollywood tree. You know what I mean? So it just brings you to that. I don't know if you know about the deities and stuff like that behind the Hollywood tree and why the Hollywood is called that way so it all englobes that type of story. It's just in a way of distraction of I'm telling you, but this is what I'm hiding it behind.
Gotcha.
Type of thing.
Yeah. I think what hooked me, this is going to be a Vampire Diary show. What
Yeah.
hooked me was when you first watch it, the vampire is the bad guy, right? Like he's evil. He's the ultimate. Nothing can mess with him. But then you start realizing, oh, there's rules. There's some shit they can't do.
Yep.
There's something. Oh, they're afraid of this. What is this? You know, and you just start learning about it, and it just intrigues you. And the witch stuff I thought was cool, and the girls are hot. You gotta watch it. Ain't no ugly girls there. The story makes sense. Yes, it's CW, but it's not corny. You know, I'd say
Right.
maybe the first three episodes are kind of cheesy, just because they got that foggy look in the beginning. But after that, it's fine. It's a dope show. You should watch it.
Okay.
So, Kay, what's yours? What's a series
Snowfall.
that? What is it?
Snowfall.
Oh, Snowfall. Okay.
Yeah. 6 seasons of drug dealing, killing, and loyalty.
Well,
Yep.
you lived in Milwaukee,
Exactly.
you know. You're not too far away from it.
What's a scene that just sticks out on Snowfall?
The scene that I think most sticks out on that one is the ending.
Mm.
The ending only because in a drug dealers most drug dealers, 90% of drug dealers, you either go to jail, you die, or you fall off. And
Or you get on time to get out and do your own business and live from the profit.
most of them don't do that though.
Well,
I mean, they should, but they don't. They don't do that. So, because the
I
other
have a
business
really
don't make
great
as much
friend that
money.
does.
Allegedly, you two.
Allegedly.
Just saying.
But
It's,
yeah, so
it's definitely a great show.
Yeah.
I think they should do a spin-off.
With who? Leon?
Um, I think they should get Scully's backstory.
Let me
I think
see.
they should get Scully's backstory.
Because
Those
he
are
went through some
nuts.
shit to be because he was fucked up in the head, but he had his name in the street. You don't just get that being fucked up in the head. Something happened to you to get to that point. So watching his come up, I think a Scully reboot or not reboot, but spinoff would be dope.
I mean, watching who he became or how he became who he became, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I will watch it, honestly.
it was dope. I think the scene that sticks out for me was when they kept beating up the guy trying to get him to say where the stash was. I don't remember if it was money or drugs, but they kept beating him up. He wouldn't talk. He wouldn't talk. And then all of a sudden they cut, and dude's in the room, and he's getting diddled in the room, and all of a sudden he knows where it's at.
Yeah.
Like that was very shocking. I don't know they go down like that, but that was like holy cow. That was a trippy ass scene. So that series that we've watched and we'll like recommend to people. So what's a series that is up and coming or a series that you're watching that you're looking forward to?
Me?
Lady Ann, I'll let you go first.
Aw, so cute. Look, see, gentlemen. Um,
Never mind, time's up. Okay, go ahead. What's going on? No, so are you currently watching one, or are you waiting for one to come up?
Virgin River.
Oh, I don't know that one. What's that one?
It's a really nice kind of type of series. It's more based on a life living, more to the country, where a doctor or nurse practitioner relocates after she lost her baby, her husband died right after. Like there was a lot of trauma. She lost her mom. She lost a lot, and they offered her a job in a very very small town, and it's like an old kind of clinic, and I mean it's a really nice developing story. She gets in a relationship with a guy that he's an owner of a restaurant, but has alcohol issues due to PTSD, from the army and stuff like that. It's a really nice series.
Okay. Is this Netflix? Is this Peacock?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
They're working on the next series. It's been kind of a hit too.
Okay. Cool. Okay, what you got coming up that you're looking forward to?
Found.
What is it?
Found. It's called
Found.
Found.
What's
Mm.
Is
found?
it that sounds like a criminal?
It is a criminal.
Jesus,
It's
come on,
it
talk
is
about
a show
Halloween.
about a lady that she got kidnapped when she was younger, and she found her kidnapper, and now she kidnapped him and hides him in the basement. The thing is because he's a criminal and he has a criminal mind, she goes to him about how to find different people and track them down. So he's pretty much helping her in her cases.
So she falls in love with him, technically.
No,
I
that
mean,
hasn't
that's what
happened
it
yet.
sounds like.
No, that's not how it went.
I'm like, listen, I admire you. Let me tell you your skills. I feel like I've seen that though.
It's on Peacock.
I feel
It's
like
a
I've seen it.
it's a really good show. Really good show.
Okay.
No, I didn't see it. There was a true story similar to that. That's what it is. I read a case very similar to, I think actually very similar, where that person did get kidnapped and then returned to that person, started doing the same. Yeah, it's a true story.
Holy cow. So I'm watching, or I'm looking forward to watching one called From. Have you guys seen it?
From
Yeah. So it's on MGM Plus, but I just saw on, I think it's Amazon Prime. Season 1 and 2 is there, so season 3 is coming out. So it's a scary series. Pretty much it starts off where there's a busload of people, like a Greyhound, and they're driving through this town, and they can't get past this one road because there's like a tree blocking it. So they take an alternate route, kind of like an off road, and the bus driver's going, and all of a sudden they're just back in a loop. They can make a left turn, they're back in the same road. Make a right turn, back in the same road, back in the same
Is
neighborhood.
is that a series or is that a movie?
It is a series, and they
I
quickly
hate
find
those
out that
series. I freak
they're
out.
like, yeah, they're stuck. So there's a community of people there, and the people come out and they're like, look, you need to get off the bus, and you need to get in the house. You need to get in the diner. You need to get inside. You don't want to be outside when it's dark. People are like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, trust me, get your ass in the house. And it gets to the point where they come out with a shotgun. Get in the house or I'm going to kill you. So they end up getting in the house, getting in the diner, and all doors are closed, shutters are put. You can't look out the window. They got blankets, newspapers, all this stuff in the window. And they're like, well, what's going on? They go, well, if you look out the window, they will see you. And
Oh, I've seen it.
yeah,
I didn't know it was called From.
they will like mess with you to try to let them in, or they will attack you or whatnot. And
Mm-hmm.
it's you peek out the window and you see people walking. They can't run for some reason. They're just walking. But these aren't like regular people. Like there's this one guy who's dressed like a old school ice cream guy. Like he's got his shirt with the bow tie and the hat. Um, there's people dressed from like the 1960s and the old suits and dresses, and they're like monsters, I guess. If they catch you, they will eat you. They will kill you and eat you.
That's kind of
And
what do you call it? They can't run because of there's like a satellite or some shit. It has to do something with that. I don't
something's
remember.
going on because the like group tries to get together and try to figure it out. They can't figure out what's exactly is going on, but there's no cell phone signal. They can't
Mm-hmm.
call anybody. There's no internet, nothing. They find this old CB radio and they start messing with it. And depending on the channel, they hear someone. And they're not really talking, but they're just trying to communicate to that person. So they have this bright idea of like trying to put an antenna as high as they can. When they do it, they end up failing, and the antenna falls, and it falls in a house. People get trapped. This house just, for some reason, the house just breaks, and there's people stuck in the pieces of the house. Well, it's nighttime now, so these monsters are coming out, and they're like killing the people that are stuck in the houses, and you can't trust people. You don't know who's who. And all of a sudden, another bus shows up, another bus load of people. So now you got to introduce them into the bullshit that you're in. And it repeats. The process repeats. It's a crazy ass show. I'd recommend it. Again, it's on Amazon Prime season 1 and 2, but it comes out
I
on MGM Plus.
whoever has anxiety, don't watch that series.
Heck yeah, watch that shit. Fight through it.
I ain't watching that shit.
So series I'm looking forward to. I don't know if it's real or not, but I keep seeing Dairy is coming out, which is It, the show about It.
Oh,
Um, and then a series about Crystal Lake, about Jason.